Hello, Wastelanders. It's Jules Smith. With me, as always, is my sugar booger Hancock. We are going to give you a tour of Murkwater Construction Site. Right now, we're at Somerville Place, which was the site of my last tour video. Somerville Place. And there's a Murkwater Construction Site. It says there's 21 people there, but there's not. That's a glitch. That's a very common game glitch that I get frequently. There's actually only 12 people there. And we are going to take a hike across the swamp to get there. Now I have the Aqua Girl perk, so we shouldn't have too much of a problem going through all of this wet and muddy area here. And to be honest, there's not much to find or see or do down here in the southern area of the map. That's a little shack that for some reason, I think if I recall correctly, has a Minutemen insignia on it. Don't know why. Don't know what the deal is there. Doesn't seem to be associated with any Minutemen quest that I know of. Doesn't seem to be an outpost for the Minutemen. Like sometimes there's these little checkpoints, you know, that, okay, still further to go. You see the happiness was dropping on Murkwater. It said 57, I think, and it was just 62 a second ago when I checked. That's because the game thinks that there's 21 people living there and only 12 beds. But there's not. And when I get there, it will reset. Oh, I see some mire lurks. When I get to the settlement, it will reset. There is a checkpoint out here, a Minutemen checkpoint out here somewhere. Probably when I get close, it'll tell me, protect the checkpoint, because it does that. Oh, there's a mire lurk. And there's a mire lurk. I don't care. I'm running past them all. Are they going to catch up with me? There's Murkwater. I can hear them hot on my tail. Let's run them into the settlement. Let's kite them in. There we go. Ooh, I'll get out of his way. Alright. Taken care of. This is Murkwater. And it's very murky. Of course, it's the middle of the night. I probably should have waited until daylight to do this video, but you know what? Murkwater, it's usually raining. And you can't see anything anyway. Murkwater is a small settlement. It's a small settlement area. And it is down here, like I showed you, way in the bottom corner of the map. See, now it says 12 again. And the happiness will start going up now that I'm here and it's back to normal. Let's look at the workshop. Happiness 57, yeah. Alright, they have plenty of food, plenty of water. Let's say the happiness going back up. See that yellow bar? It says size. It's almost completely full. So there's not a whole lot you can do here. Now Kyle made a comment on my Somerville Place video and he reminded me that there are tricks for getting some of that hotbar back, and one would be to drop weapons and then go into workshop mode and scrap them or store them. I didn't know you could do that. He said you could store them and it would reduce the settlement bar up there. And I have done that. I did that quite a bit in a few of my settlements, like Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill is one where I did that quite a bit so I could squeeze a lot of stuff in. But the problem with that is then you start getting a problem with your frame rate. I get a lot of lag and crashing and really bad frame rate when I'm in Bunker Hill. So I try not to do that too much at all of my settlements. The PS4 just doesn't seem to handle it very well. Now, if any of you watched my Vault 88 videos, when I went to find Vault 88, which is right in that direction, not too far away, I came here fast traveled here, had to fight a bunch of mutants, and then went over to Vault 88. I feel sorry for anyone who has to live in this settlement. I really do. And that's why I don't have a lot of settlers here. I can have up to 24 settlers in a settlement because I have a 14 charisma. And so it's your charisma plus 10. A little Minutemen flag there. My Minutemen guards. They're not actual Minutemen. I wish you could take the Minutemen and assign them places, but you can't. But it's a settler wearing ballistic weave and combat armor, Minutemen uniforms here, and hats and whatnot. What's that, John? You know you're my ride of choice, baby. Alright, so let's look around the outside edge. This is the entrance here. And I went with concrete for Murkwater because, you know, I mean, it's swamp. So, like wood, I think, of course, I guess, would steel get rusty? These do look kind of rusty, which is appropriate. But wood, I would imagine, would just rot. So, I didn't want to go with too much wood around here. I basically made it kind of like a bunker sort of thing, all cement. Let's look here. Can I scrap that thing? I can't scrap that anyway, so I just used it as sort of part of the back perimeter to keep people out. Well, mostly Mirelurks and Mirelurk queens, which seem to like to spawn right here in this little lake area. So see, part of the settlement is this big watery area. I suppose you could build things over it. But it just, and there's a little bit of area out here, but it's really not very big. There's a house here, a big wooden crumbling house, and I built around it with cement. Sort of like you can see the wood of this little structure here. That's another structure that comes with the settlement, and I put some cement across the back of it. But yeah, I covered the whole house up with cement. And I had to use another little bit of a trick to do that. A trick you can use is to build something out here, and I'll show you. Like, say you take some concrete. Can I make some concrete? Okay, so you take some concrete and you go doop-de-doop-de-doo, and you got some concrete, right? Then, so for on PS4, it's the X button. You hold it down. It highlights the whole thing, and you can move the whole thing as one unit. I did that, and then I was able to move it onto the house. It sort of clipped, I guess they call it, clipping through or glitching through some of the wood and whatnot, so you can see a little bit of the corner of the wood house sticking out right there. Let me go out of workshop. So I got this cement bunker to go around the old house that was there. And then I built a wall around here and around here. And I built this wall. Yes, we seem to get attacked from this direction most of the time. And I was getting tired of it. And I have a water pump right there, and it kept getting destroyed, and I kept having to repair it. So that's my response right there. Fuck off, you stupid mutants and gunners and things that keep attacking my poor little piddly settlement here. So that's the outside of the settlement. Now let's head in. Hey there. One of my farmers. I like to give my farmers bandanas over their mouths because they're always digging in the dirt, but that helps me identify them very quickly as farmers. So when I come in and I say, okay, what's everybody doing? Right? I know that my Minutemen are the guards. I know that the people in bandanas are my farmers. And my provisioners, let's see, they wear postal uniforms. So I know what jobs everyone is assigned to at a glance without having to go into workshop mode. Yeah, the sun's starting to come up. And it's not raining. It's a lovely sunny day here. I think that's... what is out there in that direction? Let's look. Suffolk County Charter School. Okay, and then off in that direction is the Gunners Plaza, which, woof, be careful if you head out there. It's it can get kind of... oh, there it is. You can see it off to the left. It can get a bit crazy out there. So in here is where my farmers live. They've got a little bathtub here to bathe in. Of course, they're probably perpetually wet from being in the muck and humidity. They got a little sitting area there.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
That's a water pump. And a generator back there. And I think my other water pump I mentioned was over here with the generator. See, there's the water pump. And over here is sort of like a little hospital. There's the doctor. And there's one of the Minutemen guards. He seems to be stuck behind his bed. Oh, we're getting attacked again. What's going on out there? Oh, that's that sentry bot. There's a sentry bot out there that respawns. Oh, I don't want to shoot the doggy. Ooh. Wow. Okay, took care of that. Yeah, there's like a little bunker area out there with a sentry bot that respawns now and then. Hope the doggy's okay. Alright, buddy. Why are you stuck here? Oh well, he'll figure it out. But yeah, so my Minutemen barracks here has their little cots and their little foot lockers like I like to give them. And the doctor's in here. And then over here we have kind of a workshop area. There's the scavenging station, weapons and armor. There's the power helmets of many of the raiders we've killed here. Let's see if I've got some bottle caps to pick up. Yeah, 7,400 bottle caps. Not a lot of commerce going on out here, but they've got a little shop and a little bar. So here's the caravan stop. Next to the bar. Oh, Carla's here with us, huh? Hey, Carla. This the bartender? No, I'm not looking for trouble. It's cool. Hey, Carla.
Huh?
Simple. Not much going on here, but little bar. Oh, there's a doggy. Hey there, Luke. I bought him from Erickson in Far Harbor. There's a guy, Erickson, well, a mutant, Erickson, who sells dogs. You don't have to wait for that random dog selling guy to spawn somewhere. If you have Far Harbor, you can go straight to Erickson, and he has a steady supply of dogs and wolves and tame mutant hounds. If you watch some of my other settlement videos, you'll see some of those in some of my other settlements. So this is up above the fuck off sign. Nice little perch up here for shooting things. And then over here is that building I said the bunker I built around the old wooden building, the old wooden house that was here. There's a Queen Mirelurk claw from a Queen Mirelurk that we had to kill out there. Oh, hi there. That's my scavenger.
one that ends without an empty stone.
You notice a lot of the people who live out here are wearing rags. Now they have ballistic weave in their rags, but they are wearing rags, and I figure it's because this is kind of a sort of a crappy settlement. I mean, I almost feel bad sending people out here. You guys are knocking down the whiskey, man. It's not cool. Don't abuse alcohol. I feel bad sending people out here.
Here to spy on me. Huh?
I think I heard somewhere it might have been my daughter. She plays Fallout. Maybe she's the one. She said she made this a penal colony, like a prison. So I can't remember. Somebody told me they made the Murkwater into a prison because it was just so crappy out here. It was like a prison colony, but I didn't do that. There's a little dining room area, so you can see some of the walls, the crappy walls there of the old house. Hey there.
Yeah.
Upstairs is the bedrooms.
Yes.
How you doing? Who are you? Are you assigned to something? What are you assigned to? Oh, you're a farmer, but you don't have a bandana. Another guard post out here. And then up here on the roof, another guard post and lots of turrets. Oh, and over there you can see I put the farm up. I used those, I don't know what you would call them, like little square plots. I think they were added, by the workshop, one of the workshop DLCs. Let's look. It's under resources, food, no, miscellaneous. There it is, garden plot. It was added, yeah, by the Wasteland Workshop add-on. And I did that because I kind of thought, you know, as muddy and crappy as it is out here, it might be hard to grow things. It made more sense to elevate it up like that. Plus it keeps enemies from getting into it. We can go up there and take a look. Oh, I guess I can turn off my light because it's daylight now. See, here we go. It's up on the roof. And that keeps enemies from getting into it. And it keeps it from getting too rotten. Right? The ground would be so wet around here. It just made more sense to put them up here. I mean, I know I don't have to. You know, technically I wouldn't have to, but it just seemed more realistic to do it that way. So there you go. That's Murkwater, and I think that's about it. Not too exciting. I'm gonna run out here and check out that smoking sentry and see if it's got anything to loot. Hey, sentry bot. What have you got? Oh, that's right, it was legendary. Duelist rolling pin. There's another legendary item I won't use. So many legendary items I don't use. Yep. I think this is the general. See that little area right there? And that school there, this is where the sentry bot likes to spawn. So yeah. That was a very short and sweet tour, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're enjoying these tours, there is a settlement tour playlist on my channel, and I will eventually tour all of my settlements. I've done several already. I think this is tour number 20, something like that. Gotta go check. But I think there's, what, 30 settlements, plus, of course, there's settlements in Far Harbor, there's Vault 88, there's the Mechanist Lair. John? And I will tour all of those at some point. I like to do realistic builds. Nothing too crazy. But anyway, that's Murkwater. See you later. Bye.